Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today on this Monday. And as always, on Mondays, I like to take time to give thanks to the people who gave super thanks throughout the week. Again, I want to thank you all who joined the live stream on Sunday with Michael Jordan fans are the best sports and fitness rants in NMB sports. We had a good time, and again, I appreciate you all tuning in. So without further ado, let's get to these super thanks, and then I'm going to get to the topic at hand about this whole Isiah Thomas thing. First up, we got at Adidas 20019 with the $5 super thanks. He says LeBron is first in turnovers, second in missed shots, combined plus minus in the NBA Finals, -86, and 22 and 33 Finals record. In the Finals, he gets triple doubles, but -86 means it has no impact on the game. And this is not surprising news. I mean, we all know that every 30 points is different. 130 points means the difference between winning and losing, and another 30 points just means that you're adding on to the 40,000 points of your longevity career. So, shout out again to at Adidas 20019. Thank you so much for the $5 super thanks. Greatly appreciate it. Next up, we got at G the Great One with the $2 super thanks. He says, how are they done with the 90s when they never accepted the 90s to begin with? These are definitely LeBron stands in full effect. What these idiots don't understand is that they are destroying the sports by desecrating everything that came before LeBron. You don't see this foolishness in any other sport, only basketball, because that's where the LeBron stands reside. Keep the great content coming, uncommon sense, and stay on their neck. And everyone who follows this channel knows that I plan to do just that. I definitely won't let up, and that's facts. To me, the biggest thing is, especially, trying to knock the 90s and knock Jordan is like Wilt Chamberlain said, everybody after Jordan should have to pay Jordan, I think Wilt Chamberlain said 10% of their salary. Because Jordan is the reason that you're able to make all this money, And yeah, like you said, a lot of them, which again, I think all stems from LeBron, never really accepted the 90s to begin with. And it's just been an escalating thing until we got to the point where we're at now, to where it's just all out ridiculousness. Like I said, I just did a video about Gilbert Arenas insinuating Michael Jordan was on steroids. I wonder why that is. I wonder why he's trying to insinuate that. Again, there's more smoke screen from LeBron fans and members of the CFL. But anyway, shout out to G the Great One. Thanks again so much for the $2 super thanks. Next up, we got at Thanos Snap Feminism with the $5 super thanks. He says LeBron has decided to start flopping verbally by playing victim when he was handed the keys at the start of his career by the league. With this talent, maybe the deer will win an Oscar for Space Jam 3. Maybe he'll win an Oscar, but maybe not, because I'm starting to understand that LeBron James doesn't particularly excel at anything. So I don't think acting would be any different. I mean, his flopping jobs are terrible. To me, the only reason he gets these calls is the same reason that they don't call traveling and carrying on him, is because it is designed to be that way to promote this guy and make this guy look better than he is. But shout out to at Thanos Snap Feminism. Again, thank you so much for the $5 super thanks. And next up, we got at Wizman Ballin 8498 with the $5 super thanks. He says, Uncommon, I just thought about something when you mentioned the entitlement that comes with today's players. NBA players have always been glamorized over the years. Mike having a song after him, I want to be like Mike, so all inspiring players saw this. Kobe had 3 major songs named after him, and I think that was a huge catalyst in players wanting that single recognition and not team recognition for his generation moving forward. Just a thought. I would say, yeah, I agree. I think that plays a part of it, but I honestly think most of it stems from Michael Jordan, and I think it stems from Michael Jordan. Again, a lot of people view Michael Jordan as a selfish player or as a ball hog. But to me, I just saw a guy who came along who was the ultimate competitor and who had the attitude that if I have to do it by myself, I will. And I think what came with that is because Michael Jordan was so successful. Again, to me, Michael Jordan, what made Michael Jordan so fantastic, I think what made the whole world watch Michael Jordan is that he pushed the limits beyond what we thought was possible. That he made everybody feel like, as long as you don't give up, you can come out the other side. And so I really think that Michael Jordan reaching that level of success is what sparked everything after him, including Kobe. And obviously Kobe was kind of like the last one who carried on that kind of energy that Mike had. But I think Michael Jordan was the start of that because he took it so far to a level that no one had ever seen. And yeah, like you said, be like Mike and having the whole world singing that, I want to be like Mike. I just think it made everybody want to be great. But again, like Michael Jordan said in the commercial, it's like maybe I made you think it was easy. So I think a lot of these players, like I said, I think they worked hard enough to get to the NBA, but they were more concerned about being viewed in the same light as Michael Jordan and not understanding that, again, like Michael Jordan said, if you put in the hard work, then good things are bestowed upon you. But you don't go chasing these things. But anyway, shout out to Wizman Ballin 8498. Thank you so much for the $5 super thanks, and thank you for your continued support. Always great comments. I appreciate you. And next up, we have shout out to @ShiftingToSuccess with the $20 super thanks. He says, "What's up, Uncommon Sense? My name is Tomiko, and I've been following you for a while now, bruh, and you are one of the, if not the realest cats on YouTube talking about basketball, man. This is one of many videos that you've done that speaks absolute facts and truth. Real, sensible basketball old heads appreciate your content, homie. Keep these videos coming on heavy rotation." And that was comment was left on my response to Jimmy High Roller video. Shout out to @ShiftingToSuccess. Hey, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I think I saw you come through the live chat, and I don't think I recognized you in the live chat, but thanks for coming through. Thanks for showing your support, and best believe that I'm gonna keep these coming, and I'm trying to work on things to make the channel better and better. But more importantly, I'm gonna speak my true opinion. That's what I can guarantee on this channel, and I'm gonna tell the truth about. I'm gonna tell the truth and tell what they won't say. On the mainstream media, especially as concerning, all this new crap going on, saying that the new school is more skilled and all this stuff that we have no way of knowing, simply because you have made things easier. Again, if you're running an obstacle course for one person and then for the next person, you take out some of the obstacles and they run it in a faster time, that person's not really faster. So anyway, thanks again to @Shifted to Success for the $20 super thanks. Greatly appreciate it, man. Greatly appreciate your support. And next up, always a familiar face. Shout out to @43vert with the $10 super thanks. He says, thanks. I really enjoy your comments. I played until I was 60 and decided at that age that it wasn't worth risking injury and stuck to sprinting on the track, 40 yards up to 300 meters. And although I can reach up and touch only 7 feet 10 inches, I could almost dunk at age 59. Me and another old head. He was 6'4" and very good at scoring down low. Played and destroyed kids from the local high school. Defense was always my strength. I was quick, fast, and had a 44-inch vertical at age 17. Whoever this Jimmy High Roller is didn't live through these decades, and as far as I'm concerned, his opinion means nothing. You have a fantastic day. My wife hasn't been feeling well as of late, so she hasn't been viewing and getting her laughs at the Le Moron, Le Deceitful, Le Whiner. You get it. I won't go on. Shout out to 43vert again. Thank you so much for the super thanks. And yeah, I feel like anybody who played back in the day, and you like, he's almost 60, I'm 46, but I feel like anybody who came through those generations of 70s, 80s, and 90s, I feel like a lot of these young kids would be very surprised to understand how serious we take defense. To understand that basketball normally is actually 2 parts of the game, you know. But I feel like I was one day I stumbled upon some younger kids playing, and it was just amazing to me that it literally looked like an NBA game. No defense, all threes. Ridiculous. But anyway, shout out to 43vert. Send your wife well wishes from me. Tell her I hope that she feels better. And thank both of you guys for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Next up, we have Vernon Lee Warren, 280 with the $5 super thanks. He says, thanks. Hey, bro, love your content as always. Did you ever get a chance to watch how MJ and the Bulls won 6 out of 6 in the NBA Finals in 9 hours? Also, have you ever listened to or read Michael Jordan, The Life by Roland Lazenby? And also Wilt by Robert Cherry. Awesome books. You learn so much more about these players and what makes them what they became. I also listened to Bird Watching. I absolutely loved it. Keep up the good work, my brother. Shout out to Vernon Lee Warren, 280. Thanks so much for the $5 super thanks. I haven't got to that series yet, but it is on my list to get to. And I actually haven't finished the book Bird Watching yet, even though I've done a couple of videos on it. But I will definitely get to it. I'm looking forward to getting to it. And I'll put those other 2 books that you suggested on my list as well. But thanks for the continued support as always. Shout out to Vernon Lee Warren, 280 once again. And last but not least, shout out to @RockThelcon XXX with the $5 super thanks. He says, hey man, you guys are amazing and somewhat impartial and fair. I appreciate everything so you guys do on your respective channels, and please keep the truth out there for the ones that can't appreciate the 90s for what they were. Shout out to the Rock Thelcon XXX for the $5 super thanks. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. And like I said, you know, that's what it's about. It's about just keeping the truth out there and keeping an honest perspective out there. So I appreciate all of you guys. I can't thank everyone enough who continues to support the channel. And as I always say, support, you know, as many channels as you can. I truly believe that the smaller YouTube content creators are starting to influence the bigger mainstream media, because like I said, we have been seeing more and more that they have been having to address some of the things that we've been saying on these smaller channels. Now, obviously, they're not going to address Balco probably ever. But like I said, I do think it makes a difference when these smaller channels are supported. So thank you guys so much for the support. All right. So 16 minutes in, longer than that, 17 minutes in. Let's finally get to the topic at hand. I'll try to put the timestamp in the video for those who may want to skip all of the thanks. But real quickly, let's talk about Isiah Thomas appearing on the Draymond Green podcast. And this won't take long, so it's probably appropriate that it was on this video. This won't be long. So let me say this. Isiah Thomas just cannot let go of this Michael Jordan beef. And what I mean by let go, I'm not saying he has to forgive Michael Jordan, but what I'm saying is you need to move on and stop holding your breath for that apology. You know, the one thing, see, the one thing that Isiah Thomas, members of the CFL, Scottie Pippen, what they don't understand is, like, you really continue to make yourself look worse and worse. And here's a tip for, you know, maybe some of the younger generation who watches this channel. Sometimes silence is golden. Take it from Michael Jordan. This is why these guys continue to look worse and worse, because Michael Jordan never says anything. He doesn't come out. Again, what's the saying? Don't argue with a fool, because from a distance, it just looks like two fools arguing. Michael Jordan never comes out and says anything. You know, occasionally he might send something out through Stephen A. Smith or somebody he knows. But Michael Jordan doesn't come out with this back and forth stuff with any of these people. He just lets keep on talking, keep making yourself look bad. And this is what players like Isiah Thomas don't understand. I mean, you just you make yourself just look bitter and like you can't let it go. Because he keeps talking about the only way it'll get resolved is from a public apology from Michael Jordan. It's like, why do you keep saying that? How come you haven't come to the realization that that's never going to happen? So just stop talking about it. Now, I understand Draymond asked the question, but what I am saying is he didn't have to go into this whole spiel again. This whole, you know, if that's the way he feels, then let it stand. But, you know, he can't apologize in private like it's going to have to be in public. Like, when people ask you the question, you should just say, look, we're not on good terms. We probably never be on good terms. End of discussion. But going through this whole thing every time, it just makes you look bitter, especially when there is clear evidence of how you used to praise Michael Jordan. So this is clearly like his saying that on The Last Dance has clearly hurt your feelings, basically. And that's what you're sounding like. Somebody who has his feelings hurt. But what he also said on The Last Dance, despite what he feels about you, he also said, to me, Isiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard in the history of the game. Now, to me, I can respect that. Because to me, that says that, hey, no matter what I feel about this guy, I can't be dishonest about his basketball skills. I can't lie to you and tell you that I don't think he's the second greatest point guard of all. And so my thing with Isiah Thomas is like, okay, if you don't like Michael Jordan, you would still look better if you just come out and say, hey, look, I don't like Michael Jordan, but he's the GOAT, or you don't have to think he's the GOAT. You can say he's the second or third, but be consistent and don't look bitter by now you're just on a bashing tour, and now it's, well, you know, Michael never beat Larry. I beat Larry. I beat Jordan. And you say all this stuff, leaving out a lot of context, you know. But anyway, Same old, same old. What do you expect from similar minds? Isiah Thomas, Scottie Pippen, LeBron James. 3 people who don't understand that keeping your mouth shut can make you look better. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you catch the clip of Isiah Thomas on Draymond? What do you think of Isiah Thomas' need to go all into this whole thing about waiting on an apology from Michael Jordan? Do you think he should keep putting this out there, or do you think he is just continuing to make himself look worse and worse? Fanboys, just like your king Nadir. Let me know what you guys think. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.